Hello everyone, I'm Kylie. This is Coffee with Kylie, and we're out enjoying the beautiful fall weather. I just love all of the colors of fall and all of the leaves dancing to the floor. It's just beautiful. Today I wanted to talk about self-love and ways to find to better yourself and kind of trick yourself really into becoming a better you. Now, recently, what inspired all of this is I got myself in a funk. To me, a funk is not being able to sleep, not having much of an appetite, losing all of my creative drive and really motivation to do anything. I sleep in and push everything off, procrastination station. Doot, doot. Now, once I assessed what I wanted to be, what I wanted to change to become that person, then I wrote a list, because I find that lists make me feel like I can compose the spaghetti plate that is my mind into a tangible thing. So one of the next steps, I wanted to work on my health. I wanted to become more healthy and more mindful. And for me, I used to drink a lot of caffeine and not really eat regularly, things like that. So now I have taken the baby steps to only drink decaf coffee, whereas before I drank a full pot of regular coffee and 2 energy drinks a day. My poor heart. No wonder I had crippling anxiety. And that just looked like not going into the gas station and self-paying at the pump, or taking a different route to work so I didn't stop and buy those things. Cutting out the extra energy drinks and only drinking coffee, even if some days that looks like drinking 2 or 3 pots of coffee within the day. I still cut that first thing out, and then I started to try and cut back to decaf, where if I had more than a pot of coffee, the second pot, have it strictly decaf, and weaned myself down. Eventually, maybe I'll be able to cut coffee out for good. I do enjoy it so much though. That was just one way to trick myself into becoming a little bit healthier and mindful that of what I'm putting into my body. Another thing that I do is when I start to feel myself kind of dwelling in a dark place, is I change my space. Now this could be cleaning, this could be reorganizing, this could be moving furniture, or even just a coat of paint or two. Something to revamp the energy in the space that I live in, or maybe even just cleaning out my vehicle. Just the smallest step. And if you don't have the motivation, or I don't have the motivation, I try and allow myself to take a day or to only do one thing. I don't feel like cleaning my whole house. Okay, gather up the things that need thrown away and take out the trash. Do the dishes, or I don't know, just one small thing. That one small thing is better than nothing. And in my experience, getting into the habit of doing just one little thing each day, then the next thing you know, you'll be doing multiple, or it'll all be done on a project. You guys may or may not have seen that I do a lot of craft projects, and some of my videos, like, they're not done over the course of a day. one of my first goals in my journey to do the videos and to start living the homestead life, to become an entrepreneur and start selling crafted goods, was to take 1 hour a day and put into creativity. Now I recognize that I have like my ups and downs, and some days it could just be writing or drawing or doing my videos. It could be organizing my craft supplies, or sitting down and doing an entire garment. Wherever, as long as I am creating a space to be artistic and to open that perspective once a day. And I mean, it's still a work in progress. This goal came to me only about 2 months ago, and I think that it has benefited me a lot. I have so many more ideas, and I do feel accomplished. Now, here recently, I found myself in a funk again, and it has taken me everything to try and do this video, but I recognized that, and I did a couple of steps like stretching and breathing in the morning to open my eyes instead of just rolling over and looking at my phone. I made a list of things that I would like to accomplish. I don't know, I just met myself where I was and tried to think of what I could do, even if it's just one task a day, or a week, one day a week to work on the art studio, or to winterize my tiny house. Just one little thing, and before I know it, everything will eventually be done. Meeting yourself where you're at. A big thing that I also had to work on is self-talk. When I get in my funks, I start really tearing myself apart. I don't have the motivation to do anything, and because I don't have the motivation to do anything, I'm not, because I haven't, I am a piece of crap. Now, this isn't true. I'm human. We're gonna have days where we feel like doing a bunch and we feel great and we're inspired, and then we're gonna have days where you're just tired. You're tired of everything, and that's okay. My whole thing is to be able to catch myself and bring myself back to a medium place. Bring myself back to, even if I'm not on top of my game, that at least I'm not dwelling and rolling in a muck pit in my mind. And again, that just is bringing awareness. Finding things that work, and I'm still trying to find things that work for me. Finding things that work for you. Self-talk on appearance. I know I used to do this thing where I would sit in front of the mirror every day. Say I'm just doing my hair. It could be quick. Which isn't always the most comfortable thing, to face yourself in the mirror and to look at the meat suit that you wear. But to find one thing to compliment yourself on. I know one that I've always fallen back on is that I have nice eyes. They're hazel, and I think personally that I just have really pretty eyes. And some days my hair doesn't look like a complete bedhead mess. I know I have dreadlocks, but some days my hair just looks, and I try and refrain from looking at anything negative that I know bothers me, whether that is my weight or the eczema on my arms or what have you. Whatever seems to be bothering me, whatever makes me feel less than I'm worth. I try and refrain from that and just find one positive thing. Or I try and address that issue straight on and say, you know, even if it feels like a lie at first, just look in the mirror, I am beautiful, and say it to yourself. You know how powerful that is to actually like tell yourself that you are okay and you're beautiful and you are worthy. Because most of our self-talk is not that way. And I say that because I speak to a lot of people about this and about wanting to better yourself and how incredibly challenging that can feel. This bettering yourself, it's not, or self-work in general, it's not like climbing a ladder and you're just gonna meet the destination. It's a journey. And every day, every moment, you have to meet yourself where you are and be able to recognize that and to persevere and to find what works for you. Find ways to catch yourself. I know one of my biggest things is when I'm in a funk, I do not clean my house. I hate it. It's like the last thing I want to do. And looking around and seeing that is one of those like light bulb moments where, hey, are you okay right now? Because you're not doing your like daily chores. Finding the things for you though that you can recognize, hey, maybe I'm not in the best place right now. And then finding something that you can do to make yourself feel just a little bit better. Just a little bit. And over time, you'll be able to add more in. And the next thing you know, you have a whole process and program for yourself. And if you're not capable of being that aware, it's okay. Bringing just the tiniest bit of awareness will build up over time. And I mean, it's kind of a blessing and a curse to be self-aware, but at least with self-awareness, you're able to start changing. And that's the biggest thing with it all, is that you want to be better and that you're working on being better, even if it's just in your head for right now. So I think that that's really where I would like to start with this, is if you're on a journey, self-exploration and finding self-love, find what works for you. Meet yourself where you're at. Be kind to yourself. Be kind and be accepting, and everything else will come into play. At any rate, I think that this has inspired me to go and change up my space a little bit. I think I'm gonna reorganize my bedroom and maybe revamp that space for me so I can feel more creative and more at ease. What can you do today to make yourself feel better? Just something small. But thank you for watching this video. I love you all. And I hope that you can find your way. Have a beautiful day and a better tomorrow. Thanks again.